In this third track, we will look back at the digital prototyping and virtual prototyping that we've done in track 1 and 2, and then see how we could optimize the connection to manufacturing. Of course, if you are doing digital prototyping, you want to make sure that the actual shoe will come out of production exactly like you envisioned it. But of course, that is easier said than done because it requires a whole lot of collaboration between different parties across the supply chain. So again, we will also focus very much on how to organize this and how to optimize collaboration with your various suppliers to not only streamline the process of prototyping as such, so we can make way less prototypes, which will save us all a lot of money, but also, of course, to ensure quality and accuracy in this entire process. In this track, we will have many people from brands that have already set up such a collaboration with their suppliers explain to you how to organize this process, because in this case, it's not just something that you ask of your internal organization, but also of all the different suppliers that you work with around the globe, with people with different languages, different levels of digitization. So how can you best arrange all of that, and how can you optimize that process over time? We first look at how to connect digital design and manufacturing in the best way possible, and then from there we look at manufacturing as such. Which digital tools are available to help streamline manufacturing as a whole? So as you can imagine, since it's about the collaboration with the manufacturing side, this track is also highly suitable for manufacturers. We are also digging deep in class number 2 of this track into automation and digitization of manufacturing as such. Which digital tools are available right now and in the near future, and how could you as a manufacturer use them to optimize your manufacturing process, whether this is a mass manufacturing process in Asia, or whether you are thinking of, at least partially, reshoring your manufacturing to Europe or the United States, and to look at what tools are available to you realistically to set up high-tech automated footwear manufacturing right here. Because it's not the same as just scaling down what we have in Asia and transporting it. We will again have to set up a different type of supply chain. Speaking of that, in the third class of this third track, we are going to focus only on digital manufacturing, specifically 3D printing. We are going to talk about which types of 3D printing are available, what are the pros and cons of each, different types of materials that can be used, are they circular or not, what are the perspectives there, how do you organize and design for 3D printing, and what is available to you, whether you want to do mass manufacturing in Asia or are thinking of local manufacturing again in Europe or the United States. In this track, we are going to talk about how to use 3D printing for wearable footwear, since we've already talked about prototyping in the previous tracks. So we will have a look at what is available to you when you want to make parts like midsoles, maybe buckles or clips or other embellishments. And we can also talk about making full 3D printed shoes, including the business models that entails. The final class in this track is closely connected to 3D printing because we are going to talk about manufacturing for customization. Of course, in track 2, we already talked about how can we create virtual prototyping systems that allow the consumer to interact with them. Of course, if you give them that option, that also implies that you will need to have a manufacturing system in place that can handle those customized designs and can turn them into real shoes within the time and budget that you envision for that. So again, we will talk about this subject from all angles. We will talk to brands that are already offering customization options. We will talk to factories that offer these options, to people that supply machinery. So whether you are a brand, a manufacturer, or a machine supplier, this track is essential to follow for all of you.